First of all, notice that question 3 says solve, not prove. That's very important because it means that most likely this cannot be proven. But there is a solution. Second, when I look at it, I see a quadratic, but I also see a problem that it has sine squared and it has cos. So we will not be able to factor when we have two different things. But this is where we can use our identity and say, hey, I know I can replace the sine squared with 1 minus cos squared. Then if I distribute, negative 2 times f is going to give me 2 cos squared. I'm going to write that first just to make my factoring later on easier. I still have the minus 3 cos x. And here I'm going to have 3 minus 2, which is plus 1. Quadratic, you can either factor or use the quadratic formula. If it factors, that's usually quicker. Well, if it does, the only way I can get a first one of 2 cos squared x would be 2 cos x and cos x. If it does, the only way I can get a last one of 1 would be 1 and 1. To get a negative 3, does my outside and my inside, if they're both negative, give me negative 3? Quick check. My last one's still plus 1. Everything is good. So we get cos x equals 1 and cos x equals 1/2. These are on our pi plate. Pi over 3 family in quadrant 1 and quadrant 4. And axes family at 0 and 2 pi. And then afterwards, we should read the question in case they didn't give us a domain of 0 to 2 pi. Oh, and they didn't. You see they give us a domain of 0 to 3 pi over 2? Does that make sense? We're only going to check quadrant 1, quadrant 2, and quadrant 3. This one was in quadrant 4. We can take it out. This one's past 3 pi over 2. We can take that one out. And so the answers are only 0 and pi over 3. Questions for practice on this one are, what's that?
I think this is the first time I've seen you having to look at the textbook to know
Which questions? Well, usually I have my textbook open, ready to go, so that I quickly glance without you noticing.
Oh,
It's like sleight of hand.
Usually it's already open, and also usually you taught the exact same lesson earlier.
Yeah, this has been like 5 days ago I taught this to the other class. So,
Although was today's class not available for them because it was blood drive.
Which page?
question 10. No, they were here today.
25.
6:25. Right there, so far ahead, we're coloring pictures of puppies.
With crayon.
With crayons.
Crayons. Alright, now we're on to 7.5.
Okay. But now we're done, 7.4, which is a good thing. And we can start 7.5, which we're going to skip the getting started and the construct the understanding. And turn to page, oh, I guess I can stop that last video.